What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody, it is your girl Tay, and welcome to the live discussion slash review album review of Doja Cat's Planet Her. Before we get started, I want to show y'all what I'm sipping on. Listen, I need some energy, so I'm sipping on some Bean Alley coffee. So I can give me some energy. Now, this energy is made here down south, freshly grounded here in Alabama. It has lemongrass and tea flavors. I love this coffee so much. So if you want a cup, all you have to do is go to www.beanalley.com. Okay. I'm also sipping on some water too, because child, I'm parched. It's hot outside. I'm so excited to do this discussion because listen, we're gonna get into it. Really get into it. Okay. Like, we are going to talk about Doja Cat's whole rollout with Planet Her. I want to talk about like all of the music videos. We're going to talk about like the costuming, the different details, along with her album. I'm not going to do like every single song. Like, I'm not going to talk about every single song. I'm going to talk about all of her singles, the features, and my favorites, and give you my overall thoughts on all of, again, the music videos and the entire album itself. So that's how this is going to go. Of course, your opinions are welcome. And so, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So again, welcome to Doja Cat's live discussion of Planet Her. We're going to be talking all things Planet Her. Okay. So let's get into the... Hold on, because why this not on? Anyway, I don't know. So the rollout. So Kiss Me More and Need to Know were her singles for the rollout before she announced that she was actually going to be dropping the entire album. And so when Kiss Me More had first came out, this was a couple of weeks after the Streets video had came out, after the whole Streets challenge went viral. And so when Kiss Me More came out, I was like, oh my gosh, she's doing a single featuring SZA. All of us was lit because we love SZA. Okay. And so seeing these two collab, we were like, oh my God, this is going to be really something. And the video was absolutely beautiful. I think her doing that first single with SZA as a feature was absolutely genius. And so with the rollout came all of these amazing, beautiful aesthetics and pictures. I absolutely love every single look, outfit that came with this whole Planet Her era. Like, look at this alien galactic look. Look at it. And this whole like Planet Her era is giving me Fifth Element vibes. Like, it's giving me very much inspired by Fifth Element. Look at this. And when I say we're going to really get detailed and everything about this, like, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how it keeps doing this. I just... Anyway, so just like with this, it looks just a whole her being in this. I don't even know what to call it. It looks like she's out of space with planets in the middle of a planet. Looks like maybe this is her planet, hence Planet Her. And so maybe she's like the ruler of this planet. She looks like a Venus goddess or some shit. I don't know. But like, even pay attention to the pricks and the patterns of her clothing. Like, it's giving very much so out of this world. And one thing I will note about Doja Cat is that she really, her whole team is just so brilliant and detailed. And one thing, okay, transparent moment, y'all. So one of my newfound hobbies that I like to do is look up celebrities' astrological placements, right? So I like to look up what their moon, sun sign, and rising sign is. So what I learned about Doja Cat is a Libra. That's her sun sign. but her moon sign is in Virgo. I'm like, that makes sense. Me being a Virgo myself, my sun is in Virgo. And so just seeing how detailed, artistic, out of this world Doja Cat thinks, it really makes sense that she's a Virgo sign, because she like cares about every single detail. If you listen to any of her interviews, like she's a stickler, and she's very hard on herself about just everything that she does, which we're going to get into that later when we start talking about how I feel about the album. So yeah, Kiss Me More, the first single to drop. The video was absolutely breathtaking. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this type of visuals from Doja Cat before. That's how you know the budget has went up, because the visuals, baby, the visuals are just like really. And I really, even seeing this right here, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, that is so nice. I wish I could show y'all like some video clips, but God, who knows? YouTube be acting up. Okay. Anyway, so we see this right here. We get these different looks within the music video. So one thing I really enjoyed about Planet Her in this music video is that she kept that whole playing with the different tones and shades of pink, because there's so many of them, because with her last album Hot Pink, she did that. So I really like how she continued that theme. And I just really enjoy all of these looks. Like, look at this one right here. SZA, for one, also looked absolutely stunning in this music video. I actually really enjoyed her feature. We'll get into that later. I also really like this look when she's like this alien woman, and we have this. And right here, it really looks like, and now I don't know, for all my little girls I know who used to play with the LOs, you know what I'm talking about, with the LO house, and you had to like literally build the shit from scratch. Do y'all remember that? It just kind of reminds me of that. And again, with the details, like you can see her earrings, they look kind of like moon and stars and stuff, as well as we going back to the prickly thing right here. We see her outfit has like these prickly things on them, which also gives me like an island type vibe. And I remember listening to a interview with Doja Cat about Planet Her, and she was saying that with this album, she wanted to like the different songs and the music videos that she put out to be like it is a different universe every time. For instance, like Mario. So I don't know if y'all ever play like Mario, but you know how Mario had like the different worlds. Each world would be literally its own different world. They have its own little creatures and aesthetic colors and everything. So that's something I really liked about this album, and the aesthetics that came with the album. So yeah. And so this was also my favorite. I think this right here was my favorite. It looks so cute. It's giving me a hint of early 2000s TLC vibe, back in the early 2000s, when they were trying to like, guess what would be the future fashion? What would be the fashion if we like lived outer space? Like on that Xenon 21st century type of vibe. If you ever watch Xena, you know what I'm talking about. When Xena, that little white girl who was living in space and shit on that space rocket. Anyway, so yeah, y'all, I really liked this fit. This was so cute to like, just look at this. Look at the pink metallic look. And I also like how she put humor into this as well. Like in the ending scene of this, she was like, I don't know, is this dude from like Earth or something? Because again, they're from outer space. They don't know anything about Earth. They're, alien goddesses. So I really like that. And so for the song itself, I'll go ahead and get into the song. So it's catchy, right? And I literally just learned that this song, Kiss Me More, was an interpolation of Let's Get Physical. Let's get physical, physical. I want you to kiss me more, Da 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 do. Oh. I was like, hold on. Listening to the interview, I was like, because I knew that always the melody always sounded familiar, but I didn't know until I knew. So yeah. I think that was absolutely genius of her to do this and make it a pop song because it's literally so addicting and catchy. And so that was very smart of her to make this catchy song as her first single for this album. And again, SZA, I enjoyed SZA's vocals on this track. I think they sound really well together. I think she made a very good, exactly her Doja Cat's intentions for having SZA on this song, which was she said that SZA just brings a depth to all of the music that she features on or that she makes, and it's true because you know, for one, SZA's a Scorpio. Them Scorpio women be deep, okay? And not only that, but I mean, Sis started to talk about how she with this man and she feel like she can't excel like that. When she said, "When I'm with you, I can't excel, nigga. Feel like I'm in jail." I was like, "Oh my god, girl!" It was so funny and catchy. I absolutely love that line. Like, you go, girl. Anyway, so yeah, that was cool. I like the fact that they collaborated on this song together. And so the next single was "Need to Know." This did not have a feature on it. And when she dropped this, I know everybody went crazy about this right here. For one, the visuals. Now, this is a completely different alien look from the first one, which is exactly what her intention was. So yeah, the video looks completely different universe from the first one. And so I enjoyed like the cosplaying right here. Like, let's really get into the details, okay? Like, let's get into the fact that I don't know, this had to be costumes because you see right here, like it looks like they had to, I don't know, plush out or flush out her hips a little bit to kind of get her that little bit of extra alien aesthetic. I don't know, y'all. I'm literally, I pay attention to details that closely. And I enjoyed the fact that like we have these super huge alien boots with the green stripes on them. Like that shit was absolutely just dope. Again, her team. First of all, Doja Cat's budget has went up through the goddamn roof. Doja Cat's budget, and we can see like from the first video to this one. Now, this one I was beyond. I was like, hold up. Oh, that is not the right video to be added to this. They wrong for that. But anyway, so yeah, again, another thing about Need to Know, this video is we get another detail I really like. Instead of having the NASA shirt, she had the shirt that said Doja on it because this is Doja's world. I like the fact that she was with other alien babes. I really enjoyed, y'all ignore this. I also enjoyed the Uber, the flying Uber. That was super dope. I was like, okay. So again, the as well as Ryan Destiny's what's it called? Cameo. So one thing I noticed about Doja Cat is now she might have beef with black men, but Doja Cat's she likes black women. She had SZA as a feature. Now she got another dark-skinned woman, Ryan Destiny, in her video. Like, I mean, I ain't got no beef with Doja Cat. She might not like you black men, but she fine with me. She fine with me. And so, yeah. And so for the actual song, Need to Know, different. I mean, different. I love the production for this song. The flow in her delivery was crazy. I mean, when Sis said that I heard from a friend of a friend that dick was a 10 out of 10. God, you did not. You did not. I was like, oh, no. She said, eat it till you gotta change my thought. Girl, you nasty. You nasty. So I really enjoyed this song as well. It's super, super fun. And it's really a song you can like sing with your friends. It's a song that get you hype, make you feel like a bad bitch. Okay. And so you're right. Now we can play the video, sis, you know. So this video, beautiful. Look, she looks beautiful in this video. Excuse me, y'all. She looks good. This video really gave me dang near Marvel tease. Like seeing her dressed like that and then having this just Astro theme. I just really enjoyed it. And also like the fact that she added astrology into this, because right here she has, I don't know if you can see, let's go back to the video, but you see right here, like this is the Libra scale in her hair because she is a Libra, which is the sign of balance. And then right here we have the Weeknd. He's an Aquarius and they are water barriers, so he's pouring the water. So it was very interesting seeing and listening, because I watched so many interviews of her talking about this album. And so yeah, she was saying how she really wanted to kind of just implement that a little bit because astrology is interesting. Like I said before, I love astrology, and so I really enjoy that. I think the song is cute. It's not really her lyrically best, but it's okay though. Everything doesn't have to be, you know, top tier with the lyrics, because this is a bop. It's still a bop because it's very catchy. And the beat is just out of this world. Like, I feel like I'm being transported into another world when I first listened to this song. Like, when I'm immediately drawn in when I first listened to this song. So I will say that. Again, and y'all, just look at like the gates. It looks like she's being transported into heaven or something. Again, Marvel tease, because she's flying in and out of the air, landing on beds. Like, it's just, the video is just. And one thing I've noted is that she has a lot of big name artist features on this album, like The Weeknd, Ariana Grande. Like, if you want your album to be streamed, if you want your singles to be played, these are the people you get on your songs. So as let's see, what else I have to say as far as the rollout and her singles. Now, yeah, as far as again with the rollout. Now, when she announced that after she dropped Need to Know, I believe we found out that, oh my gosh, she's coming out with the album, which after seeing and hearing that video, we was like seeing the video, hearing the song, we was like, okay, this album is gonna be dope. I initially felt, are you sure you want to get this album? Because I mean, when she announced it, Streets was still popping, like the video was still like going strong. And so I was like, Hot Pink kind of got a little bit more play to it, because Hot Pink came out November 2020. Or was it November 2019? I think it was November 2020. Yeah, November 2020. So it's still very fresh. Well, not extremely fresh, but it's enough to have had like playtime in the pandemic and everything, which it did, because that's how Streets became so popular. So I don't know. I felt like she could have just let Hot Pink play out a little bit longer. Like, I do think that this album was pushed out a little too soon, which is why, for my personal opinion, I don't think the lyrical content was as good as it could have been, or like the diversity on this album. What the fuck? See, hold on, y'all, because now my thing act like it don't want to move. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is what I had to say about all of her singles. Now, going deeper into what I think about the other things with the album. So going to like my favorites with this album, another one of my favorites is I Don't Do Drugs featuring Ariana Grande. Now, her and Ariana Grande sound real nice. They sound so fun together. They sound cute together. They sound sweet together. I like the melody. The melody on this song, it was fun. I want a video. I want a video. I know the video is just going to be so cute because Ari is so cute and she knows how to kill a galactic look, which is why I want a video. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that song. That was one of my favorites, along with Need to Know. That was another one of my favorites because her flow was ridiculous. Her delivery was, I think Need to Know was the funnest track on this album. Need to Know was the funnest on this album. I believe Love to Dream was the most beautiful track on this album, which is on the deluxe version, because I mean the vocals. Sis is giving vocals on this song, which if you are a true Doja Cat fan, you know Doja Cat got vocals, even though she mostly identifies as a rapper. Because going back to Amala, which is her first album, like Casual, Candy, and going back to Hot Pink, songs like Streets show her vocal ability. So I really enjoyed Love to Dream. I also really like the Vevo live performance of this as well, which is also something I wanted to bring up. Like Doja Cat's all of the things that she's doing with this album lets me know that she's just gotten such a budget increase because sis is putting out not only these high budget, aesthetically pleasing music videos, she's also putting out Vevo live performances, giving us different looks, aesthetics. And again, she's singing live in these Vevo performances. And not only that, but she's also giving us visualizers for her audio tracks. She also gave us visualizers with her audio tracks. So all of those different things that she's doing with this Planet Her album, I really enjoy because all of it is really building up this whole universe that she's created. So yeah, Love to Dream was her most beautiful track to me on this album. Woman is another great track, one of my favorites. The album also really, it opens up with this song called Woman, and I think that was the perfect move to make because it's catchy, it's powerful. We're talking about like universes and the birth of universes. So I'm like, having Woman be the first track on this song absolutely makes perfect sense to me. I love the reasoning, the intent behind her putting this first, because her herself, me listening to her interviews, she said that she believes that women are so powerful. She's always been around other powerful, beautiful, inspiring women, and she respects that. And if you know me, you know I love a woman who respects other women, okay? And so, yeah, I really like that. I think that her delivery, like the little accent she had, the island accent she had on this was cute. Woman, let me be your woman. Woman. Like it's a great start. And I also got an islandy feel from several tracks on this album, which I think she did on purpose. Because going back to the reference of Mario, a lot of Mario universes and stuff, when I used to play the game, it kind of gave me a tropical islandy vibe too. I don't know why people do that when we're talking about like outer space, but yeah. But we ain't never been, so all we can do is really imagine. Anyway, so yeah, Woman was another one of my favorites. I did what? I Don't Do Drugs. Need to Know. Woman. Love to Dream. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay. So the overall thoughts I have about this album. So I love the fact it was a congruent sound. I will say that. It was a congruent sound. I really enjoyed how it had a lot of astral production, a lot of like galactic sounds within the beats. It like the all of the production sounded like it was outer spacious. Like it gave me like this album was very solid with the aesthetic that it wanted to portray. Now I will give Doja Cat that. I give Doja Cat that. She always does these different like voices and delivery. So we're going to always see that with different Doja Cat projects. So of course you're going to notice that. I noticed that with this album as well. One thing I did not like is the fact that she said that she tried to do more so of these little voices that some of these rappers are doing now. So like on Get It To It Yeah. Get It To It Yeah makes me cringe. That song makes me cringe because I don't like she sounds like she's trying to sound like Playboy Cardi. And I don't like that because I don't like Playboy Cardi's voice like that. Like he makes catchy music. He makes music that I'd rather be under the influence listening to, honestly. So she's like, get it to it, yeah, get it to it, yeah. Like I don't like it. Oh God, it just sounds so cringy. I have to skip it every time I hear it. But I think yeah, so that's that. But I think she could have gave us better variety with the topics. Now I listened to an interview. She did say she likes to talk about sex a lot in her music, which is fine. You grown ass woman. She does a good job at it. Like she does a good job with the references and like being real and truthful and making it relatable. But with this album called Planet Her and just all of the hype and looks around it, I did want a little bit of a variety when it comes to the topics that she talked about, because on her other projects, she talked about like wanting a serious relationship when a dude just wanted to, have sex, or going out with friends, doing dumb stuff with friends. I know on her Hot Pink album, she did a Blink 182 sample. Or she also talked about like missing a guy in Streets, wanted the guy back in Streets. So yeah, like I wish it was a little bit more wide range of topics. Although I say it was still a fun album. I like the way the album makes me feel like I feel like I'm being transported into another dimension. So as far as her really conveying that whole outer world thing, she did an amazing job with. So I thought I want to say about that song Options with Jid. For one, I think that as far as the whole them collaborating on the song, great job. They sound good together. She really knows how to pick her features. I like how Doja Cat has a good ear for which song sounds good for what artist. Like for that You Right song, The Weeknd was the perfect artist for that song. He came in on that beat so smooth and so perfect. It was so perfect for him. In this song right here, like Options, Jid is very like metaphorical. He's very like alliterated. He used alliterations with his music. So Options and the way she's portraying it and delivering it, that sounds very good for a Jid feature. The only thing is, I think that she might have bit Pop Smoke flow on this song. Now, it's so crazy because I used to hear Pop Smoke sing whatever song it is that I'm thinking. I can't remember what it is now that I want to say it. I used to hear it all the time, but now I can't think of it. But I think the Pop Smoke song goes like My House, dun 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 dun. I don't know. But anyway, I think like the tempo or maybe the delivery of flow kind of bit off of whatever Pop Smoke song I'm singing. If you know what I'm talking about, comment below because I can't think of it. But so yeah, that's how I felt about Options. The only reason why I wanted to bring up that song individually, even though it's not my favorite, is because again, it sounds like that Pop Smoke songs. I do want to talk about Ain't Shit, which is about the N-word, the N-word. So Negroes ain't nothing. And so I really don't like the fact that she performed the song. I don't like the fact that she not only put it on her album, but made a separate live, Vivo live performance. Because, I mean, we ain't forgot about the racist tiny chats and the racist kinks, Doja Cat. Now, we ain't forgot. We try not to judge it, but girl, you can't be making these type of, you can't be trolling, and that's exactly what she's doing. You can't be trolling and putting out songs like this about Rachel, like having these racial microaggressions when you don't even mess with black men like that. Like, I get it that you have father issues and you have a certain view of black men because of your father. That makes sense. But because of that, you should not be able to put this out because you were raised by a white mother and given all of the stuff that you were under fire for. When it comes to racism, I don't think that this was appropriate. But again, because her beef is with black men, it don't affect me that much. So that's why I kind of low-key don't care. Let black men have beef with that, okay? But it does make her look shady. So to conclude my overall thoughts with everything. So one of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Seren Sensei. She said that she feels like this album was very much like the label made me do it. Girl, that makes sense. Again, I felt like this album was a little bit rushed. Seren said that it might be a little bit damage control, a little bit of, okay, let's kind of fix your image after what I just brought up, the whole racism and that racism being like a kink type of deal. So I can see that because it sounds very trendy. Like a lot of this stuff, a lot of her flows and deliveries, her different ways of like trying to mimic Coi Leray, which is really Playboy Cardi, and Young Thug, I think kind of plays into that as well. Just trying to get more people on trend with Doja Cat, which I ain't needed. Hell, I was just gonna take it and just accept her as being a weirdo and let her weirdness reflect in the music. Like, it didn't matter to me. I don't think she needed a whole album for damage control. But again, I'm not in charge of any music industries and nothing like that. So yeah. What else do I have to say? Yeah, I think Planet Her is a decent piece of work. I don't know if I'm going to like, because it is so trendy, I'm not sure this is going to be an album like that I play like that. The way I literally just listen to Amala for one over and over again. That's my favorite when it comes to diversity. And Hot Pink was a more mature Doja Cat. When it comes to her cultivating her sound. But, and I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if like Doja Cat feeling the pressure on her label or if this is just like artistic growth, because Amala, her first album, it's like it was very fun. It seemed like she was trying to figure out her sound a little bit, but also the sound was still very congruent. Like the transitions in Amala were just so good. It feels like I'm doing an Amala review now. But last thing I'm gonna say about that, because this is about Planet Her, is that she just seemed like she let herself be a little bit more loose. I feel like, I don't know, it's just, and I guess again, going back to just developing as an artist, becoming more mature, she seemed like she wanted a more congruent and style and sound for this album. So that's why it doesn't seem as fun, as spontaneous as any previous works by Doja. I think that's maybe what it is. But yeah, those are my thoughts with Planet Her and like all of the looks that came out of this in the music videos. Let me know how you feel below about everything that I talked about all of the music videos, the features. Which songs do you want a music video for? Just let me know below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications of when I go live on this channel. More live discussions coming soon. See y'all later.